Okay, I got a little bit of funny something happening here, but nothing I can really do anything about, I don't think. Nonetheless, everything looks pretty good. Let's zoom that out. The switching actually looks not too bad. Everything's set up. I got 78 volts on the pack right now. Carefully, I got some probes and everything everywhere. Let's give this so you can see a little bit of ring in there, but that's only, it's not always, like you can see right there. It's pretty clean most of the time. I think what that is, let's see if I can capture that. I'm going to set the phone down a second. I think I got a bit of it on the screen there. I think that's actually the inductance in the rails when the other FET shuts off. Basically, all the current has to go to the opposite FET diode, so I think that's what that is right there. We could probably measure it, and I'm not running a lot of phase amps right now, so not expecting it. So yeah, it's about 85.6 volts there. Bring that back down. Yeah, so around 6 volts overshoot, something like that, a little less. Everything seems to be going okay. Let's just go a couple little, this is 100 phase amps right here. Everything seems to be working, that's full throttle. I think we're okay. Just gonna do a few little bursts here. Try and get some temperature on the FETs. I think we're gonna do okay here. Try a little regen. Put a little regen current back into the system. Let's grab the temp gun. This is what I was kind of getting at. It's going to be really hard for me to get to the FETs. So 22 degrees, hard as hell to tell you. Maybe that's giving me a reading. They're all around, yeah, I'm not getting an actual reading. They're all down to like 18 now. I can't even tell. I don't even think any heat really went in them other than maybe 5-10 degrees from that. So I think I'm going to be testing the limits of this pretty soon. I think I'm okay. Should go over some other tests that I should check out before I go full throttle, but I think I'm gonna, you can see here, these are actually the second FET driver right there. Try and get that cleared up. So what it is I took the high side signal and put it to the low side from the actual normal FET driver on the input side. So like basically straight from the brain, high side signal goes to the low side, and then that goes out and goes to a FET that turns on the low side gate to short the gate to the source. When the high side of that H bridge turns on, it shorts the gate to the source on the low side FET, and vice versa. The high side does exactly the opposite. It takes, and I had to use bootstrap power to feed the high side, obviously, so that the power and negative, so that the floating power there will feed it properly. And I got a set of FETs now on the high and the low side. I'll go around to a high side here and get this thing to clear up. So yeah, you can see I had to run little wires in. I have surface mount MOSFETs, which sucks. The only way I figured I could do it safely was something like this there with the yeah, and I couldn't always get under because my caps are over top of the actual gates on some places. So I did the best I could. Everything should be, pretty good. Seeing less than 1 volt now on the high side. Miller effect. That's with 84 volts, or 78.8 volts right now. So that's 20S LiPo. So I think everything's ready to go for some good testing. Now, as you can see, my shop's a big mess right now. First things first, I'm going to be cleaning that up. And then I'll be testing this thing full throttle here on the dyno. Once I got that sorted out, I think that's working okay. Then I'm going to add a brake to the dyno so I can put a long continuous load on it. tonight I will take my current or temperature sensors and I'll go inside there. Unhook this battery wire because everything's live right now. Don't like leaving that live. It's my little pre-charge resistor I use. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get inside there and put probably on the inside. Yeah, probably the inside. I'll put a temperature sensor on each side of it so that I can do the phase B high and low MOSFET. I'll do a temperature sensor on each side so that I can read that one. Then I can try and either that or the inside of phase A and C, the ones that are hard to see. And then I can try and get some data from the ones that are the hardest to read on my little digital gauges here that you can see down there that are upside down over in the corner. Should give me some good data. So far so good though.